Hello everyone, it's Rebecca. Welcome back to my channel. Today I have my September bullet journal set up. Woo! So for this, I kind of went with a little bit of a dark academia kind of theme, but mostly just books. September is the magical readathon this year, hosted by G from Book Roast. If you haven't heard of that, I'm going to send you to her channel because it is quite a bit to explain. Essentially, it's like a D&D role-playing style, like fantasy readathon, basically, where you are attending a magical school, and based on which career you choose for your character, that's kind of the prompts you are following for which books to read. That's like the very basic general setup. So yeah, that's what my plans for this month are, is doing a lot of reading. Yay! So I wanted to stick with like books, bookshelves, use some of the stickers I have collected from Books Unbound as well as from Made by Malin. So all the stickers used in these spreads are from those two places. For supplies, I am mostly using my King Art fine liners as well as the Crayola Super Tips markers, and then for a little bit of a like gold accent, I also used some King Art gel pens, like their glitter gel pens. And yeah, I think that's about it, other than some washi tape. And I believe the washi tape came from Walmart like years and years ago. It's like this black marble kind of looking washi tape. And I think that's the only washi tape I used. The only other thing I used is some actual pages from a book. The book was one that I like hated, and I think I spilt something on it. So yeah, I've been ripping it up to use in art projects. Don't come for me. It's one book out of many. It is fine. You know, the author already got their money for their words. Now they can be immortalized in artwork for the better, for the greater good, okay? Let me justify this. So I just drew a little bookshelf with a little like succulent plant for the cover page with a little like bookend and a couple books on it. Nothing super crazy. I wanted it to look like a couple of like fancy classic books on here, a little bit more sophisticated, but still pretty simple. You know, I didn't put a calendar underneath. I just wrote the word September, and this is it for this cover page. Couldn't think of the word for a second. And now for the monthly calendar, I am doing a calendar with little boxes, but I'm only doing it on one page. And for this, I did 3 by 5, I believe, for each of the squares. And then along the top, I made it look like little books on top of there. And I ended up using just a piece from that paper from the book and some washi tape. So I did get, actually these I believe came from Amazon. I got a set from the Crafty Giraffe Company, and it has some really nice just basic washi tapes for calendars. There's ones that are like pretty much every calendar layout you can think of, so I'm going to be using that for my future log in my 2025 bullet journal. So I'm really excited to have that, so I won't have to like find a printable or make a printable, and I can use those. And there's ones for the different months during the year, and for Monday through Friday, or not Monday through Friday, Monday through Sunday, like all the days of the week, and some like check boxes, and just like a nice set of like Bujo Basics, essentially, is what I got. So I did use the September for this spread here, just because, like, my handwriting, I hate it. I think everybody maybe feels that way, even people with, like, really good handwriting. But yeah, I didn't want to use my own handwriting, so I used washi tape instead. That's why I use stickers a lot, because I just think it looks way nicer than if I try to write it. I ended up using that, and I stuck this little piece of paper behind it, and I think it turned out pretty cute. I really like the colors I chose for these spreads. It's very, like, dark academia, but also very fall, I feel like. Those dark jewel tones, I'm, like, so into that. Those are, well, not quite those colors, but, like, jewel tones are what we're going to use for my wedding next year, and I'm just hyped for it. Super, super happy with it. And I guess purple kind of turned into, like, the main color, even though it's, like, not really, but I just used that along the top so that I could do, like, the Monday through Sunday words, and I just wrote 1 through 30 in, like, a tiny little 0.005 fine liner pen. Something about marble just feels very dark academia to me. I don't know why. But yeah, on the right side of the calendar, I am going to be tracking my habits. I'm tracking a little bit more this month. I am hoping that using the tracker actually helps keep me accountable for things. So I'm going to track workouts, reading, no spend, and vitamins, because I'm trying to be better about remembering to take my vitamins every day. I am vitamin D deficient, so I need to be consistent with it in order to feel better, basically. So yeah, I want to keep track of that. I'm usually, like, decent about it if I remember to take it with something else. But yeah, I figured better to try to track it and, you know, use the bullet journal for what it's made for. And for the habits, I decided to draw little books for each, and they're just like an open book with little circles for every day. So every day I will just fill in the circle when I do each thing, and ideally, like, every day will be filled out. Maybe not for the workout one, but I am kind of, like, including, like, stretches on a rest day so that it's, you know, a little bit more than just, like, sitting there doing nothing. I kind of want more of, like, an active rest day, like maybe go on a walk or something. I have been considering doing the couch to 5K challenge that I've been seeing on, like, TikTok and stuff, and people have been doing it for a really long time. It's not new, but I don't know, I feel like I need more cardio. I do a lot of, like, strength training and, like, yoga, Pilates style workouts, and I really don't like cardio. We have a little, like, under the bed treadmill, like, under the desk one that I'll use occasionally, but that doesn't go very fast. Like, I think you can only go up to, like, a level 6 on there, and that's not even, like, running. It's more like a speed walk, jogging situation. So I think I need to, like, get outside, get some fresh air, and, like, go for a little jog. You know what I mean? I wish I was one of those people that just naturally liked running and stuff, but I think we need to work up to that. And I think a challenge that, like, slowly builds up to that would probably be pretty good for me. And then reading, obviously I talked about the readathon, so that's why I want to try to keep track of that. I also, like, would love to hit 100 books read this year. I don't know that I will do it, but I might. I'm trying. If I get over 50, I'm gonna be happy. So that was, like, my original goal for the year was 50. But in the back of my head, it was like, I would love to reach 100 if possible. And then no spend, obviously trying to save money, keep track of the BS spending as best I can, and just put everything towards wedding planning, essentially. Wedding, savings, being the best version of me I can be. And I already talked about the vitamins, so I just did a different color for the books to match the books on the other side, and I think this spread turned out like way better than I thought it would. I'm like super happy with it, and I can't wait to like fill it in throughout the month. And then moving on to the next page, talking about the BS spending, I am doing a proper budget tracker. I don't do a lot of like BS spending, however, last month I had a lot of birthdays going on in August. It's like half of my family and half of my fiance's family all have birthdays in August, so I ended up spending quite a bit on like wrapping paper supplies and stuff, and just little things that I ended up needing to get. So I'm trying to just keep track of everything and like plan better. I'm going to start putting money away every month for holiday gifting, and I want to do that next year as well, so that I have like a budget to work with in the future, rather than just kind of scrambling for like, oh my god, this month I have all these birthdays and things, and now I need to spend all this money that I wasn't prepared to spend, kind of a thing. So I'm trying to work on, budgeting better, essentially. Something I've like also done is I've started putting money away every month for my car insurance, because I pay every 6 months for that, but if you break it down per month, I can save that much per month, and then it's not like a $400 bill hitting me every 6 months that I have to like scramble to get. I then have that money put aside already. So that has been like a huge stress relief. I highly recommend like opening a savings account that lets you do like buckets and splitting things up. So like an automatic payment goes in for something like that every month. It's been super helpful. So on this page, I just wanted a spot for like writing my bills out so I know what all those are. I want to keep track of like my starting and ending balance on my different accounts, like my different types of accounts. And then I'm going to have an ideal budget like pie chart, and then what I actually spent on the right at the end, so I can reflect on that. And on this right side is just going to be a very basic expense tracker. So every time I get paid, I want to put that on there as well, and just have everything on there to keep track of. I think it's going to be really good for me to have. And then for my weekly spreads, all I'm doing for these is just putting a little bit of decoration on the page, and then I will write around them, kind of like a rolling weekly situation. I find myself not really using it for like everyday stuff, but more like just writing out like a checklist of things to do, and then like slowly getting the full-on checklist done throughout the week. And this is where I'm using those stickers from Books Unbound and from Made by Malin. So any of the little chairs are from one of the Books Unbound artists, and the little cat ones are all Made by Malin. I had bought like a chunk of stickers when she had a sale, and yeah, I love her designs. They're so cute. I love the little cats and stuff, and the Bookish ones were perfect for this theme. And then here's a little flip through of everything I made this month. I know the colors on the budgeting one don't necessarily match everything else, but I think it's going to be super functional. And I'm just really happy with how everything turned out. Let me know what your setup theme is for this month, and I will see you in my next video. Bye!